Let's get settled. Welcome to Morning Mobility and welcome to this flow. I'm Jules, if we haven't met before, and I'll be guiding you through different movements that combine yoga and functional movement. And we'll start by just arriving in ourselves. Close your eyes, find an easy seated position that allows your spine to be upright and straight. Let this morning move through you. What is here right now? Let the breath be full. Stay with your inhale. Let go with your exhale. Let's begin with Ujjayi breath, gently restricting the back of the throat. Focus on the tone of your voice as you exhale and inhale through a closed mouth. Draw the hands over the head, reach up to the ceiling. Exhale, hands to the heart. 2 more, inhale deep. Reach for everything that you need this morning. Exhale, draw it down. Last one, let's start by chanting one Om. Inhale. Bow the chin to the chest. Let your intention come to you. What's moving your heart this morning? Gently open the eyes. Come on into a kneeling position on your mat. Let's shift the hips to the left. Bring the arms overhead, take the right hand to the left elbow and lean to the right side, gentle side bend. Inhale, release, sit over to the other side, reach the arms up, take the left hand to the right elbow and lean to the left. Inhale, bring it back. Let's do it one more time. Hips to the left, arms overhead. Right hand is guiding the left elbow to the right side. Inhale brings you up. Shift to the other side. Arms overhead, left hand pulls the right. Breathe into the side ribs. And release. Come on all fours on your mat. Tuck the toes under, push the hips up and back, down dog. Shift forward, bring the knees down, tabletop, arch the spine, pull the shoulder blades together. Exhale, push it up and back, down dog. One more, shift forward, roll through plank, guide the knees down, arch the spine. Exhale, back to down dog. Take a moment to walk it out, wiggle it out. Maybe shake the head out, relax the shoulders. Maybe even shift the hips from side to side, roll. Do whatever makes you feel good right now. And then walk the hands to the feet. Let yourself hang in a ragdoll pose. Bend the knees. Grab opposite elbows. 3 deep breaths. Place the left hand in between your feet, bend the left leg, reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, release, other side, right hand down, left arm lifts. Exhale, lower. One more time, right arm reaches up. Exhale, lower down, inhale, lengthen left arm up. Exhale, lower, keep the knees bent. Walk the hands forward into plank. Lower the knees, the chest, the chin. Slide forward, up and back into your cobra. Exhale, back to down dog. Take another deep breath here. Audible exhale to release any tension, any expectation. Let the magic of your own being just shine through the practice that you are doing right now. Walk your feet to the front of the mat, lengthen halfway, Adho Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, roll all the way up to standing Tadasana. Roll the shoulders back and down, close your eyes. Palms face the front, root the feet down into the mat. We'll start with our sun salutations. Reach the arms up and overhead. Elbows to the side to move the chest through. Roll the shoulders down. Inhale, reach up, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Right leg steps back, low lunge. Keep the heart open, lower the hips. Both feet meet, high plank. Lower the knees, chest and chin. Slide forward, up and back, cobra. Exhale, push it back, down dog. Stay for 1 deep breath. Reach the right leg up, open the hip, heel to the glute. Step it all the way through, low lunge, hips down, open heart, open hip. Both feet meet, forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms up, elbows to the sides to make it easy for the chest to open. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, step the left foot back, low lunge. Both feet meet, high plank. Knees, chest and chin. Slide forward, up and back, cobra. Exhale, lower. All the way, hips up, down dog. A breath to pause. Left leg high, open the hip, heel to the glute. Step it through, low lunge on the side. Both feet meet, forward fold. Inhale, arms up, elbows wide, open the chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, follow your breath all the way down, forward fold. Right leg up and back, step, low lunge. Both feet meet, high plank. This time lower all the way down onto the belly. Come just tiny bit up with the chest. Left hand to the front. Right hand reaches back to the right thigh. Gaze over your right shoulder. Exhale back to the front. Right hand to the front, left hand to the side. Gaze over your left shoulder, elongate the side. Exhale, lower. Both hands next underneath the shoulder. Back toes tuck under. Push up to high plank. And then downward facing down. Right leg lifts high. Heel to the glute. This time extend the right leg up even though the hip stays open. Rebend, extend. One more time. Rebend, extend. Draw the knee to the chest. Right leg high, three-legged down dog. Step it through, low lunge. Guide the arms up, elbows wide, draw the chest open. Inhale, lengthen, push the left leg into straight. Exhale, follow forward with your hands to the inside of the right leg, but actively hold. Hands down, step it forward, fold. Inhale, reach the arms up, elbows wide. Lift. Follow your exhale all the way straight forward, fold. Left leg high, step it back, low lunge. Both hands down, high plank. Lower all the way down into the belly. We do the twisted cobra again. Reach halfway up, left hand to the front, right arm reaches back. Gaze over the right shoulder. Use your exhale to come back to the center and switch. Right hand down, left hand to the side. Gaze over your left shoulder. Exhale down. Hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes, push it up. High plank, down dog as you exhale. Left leg high, open the hip, heel to the glute. Keep the open hip, extend the leg and bend a few times. And when you stay in the bend version, bring the knee to the chest. Lift it up and back, three-legged down dog. Step it through, low lunge. Guide the arms alongside of the ears. Open the elbows wide to open the chest. Inhale, reach up. Pull in from the navel, right leg straight. Lean forward with the torso. Hold, pause. Both hands down, step it forward. Forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Take a moment to pause, to feel the first movements. Where's your body calling your attention? Where's your mind as you move? Is your heart in the moves you do? Is the practice a unique expression of yourself? Bend the knees, lift the arms up, Utkatasana chair. Roll the pinky finger in to get an external rotation in the shoulder. Start from the front, draw the elbows into the side, keep the palms facing up. Inhale all the way up, pinky finger in. Exhale, elbows to the side, make sure you have space here. Inhale, reach. Last one, exhale, elbows in. Keep the fingers moving out, the elbow in, pull the shoulders down. Neutral chair, arms over the head by the side. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, step or jump back, high plank. Full chaturanga if you like. Elbows in, reach the heart up and through, upward facing dog. Exhale, down, down. Right leg lifts high, open the hip. Cross it under to the left. Engage the core, right leg lifts. Tap the right elbow. Keep pushing out of the shoulders. Right leg high. Step it through, high lunge. Both hands lift. Right arm back, left arm forward, open arm twist. You can stay here, place the backhand on the thigh and reach the left arm over the head. Rotate the right shoulder down and back to gaze back. Very nice. Come back to high lunge, reach the arms up. Open warrior two. Right arm to the thigh or to the inside. Keep reaching the right arm up. Then maybe over the head to get even more elongation in the side. Rotate the left arm all the way down on the inside. Lizard pose. Both hands are on the inside of the foot. Just move it forward and back a few times to check in with the hip. Bring the back knee down so it's a little easier. Come onto the fingertips so you have more space. Arch the chest up and back. Exhale, lower the chest down. 2 more. Inhale, come onto the fingertips. Shoulder blades pull back. Exhale, try to bring the elbows down without moving the knee. Last one. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, lower. Can you kiss the mat? All the way up. Back on your hands. Tuck the back toe under. Push. Lift the right leg up and back in one line. Left knee down. Bend the elbows. Reach the right leg up. Dive through. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pause for a breath. Left leg high, open the hip. Pull spiral it to the right elbow, touch. Left leg high. Touch the left elbow. Push the floor away to feel the engagement in the core. Left leg lifts. Step it through. High lunge. Arms over the side. Find the center by pushing the hips forward. Left arm back, right arm forward. Do you want to stay here? Reach the left hand on the thigh and reach the right arm back. Can you gaze over your left shoulder? Keep the left knee bent. Beautiful expression. Bring the arms up and over the head. High lunge to open warrior 2. Extended side angle, left hand on the elbow all the way down. Reach high with the right hand first. Then maybe guide the right arm over the head. Wiggle both hands down on the inside of the left foot. Maybe you have to move the left leg a little to the side. Wiggle forward and back to release the shoulders and the hips. And then right knee down. Come onto the fingertips to create space. Roll the shoulders back. Push the chest through. Exhale. Try to kiss the mat. 2 more. Open, arch like an upward facing dog. Exhale, lower. 1 more. Open. Exhale. Neutral spine, hands flat down. Tuck the back toe under. Push. Pause. Left leg, 3-legged high plank. Right knee down, bend the elbows, dip the chest, reach the left leg high. Bring it through, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 1 more deep breath here. Gaze to the front, step or jump into a yogi squat, malasana. Feet to the side. Reach the arms up, and like we did in Utkatasana, roll the pinky finger. Come halfway high, draw the elbows into the side. Inhale, lift, sink the hips down. Exhale, halfway up, draw the elbows in. Last one, lift up. Bring the elbows in. Allow yourself to sit in the squat, hands in front of the heart, knees wide, close your eyes. Reach the arms forward, push the hips in one line with the knees. Pause for a moment here. Hands down underneath the shoulders, feet parallel, halfway lift to elongate the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Any way you like with the hands, you can grab the toes, you can just place the hands flat down. The intention is bringing the belly to the thigh. So I invite you to use every inhalation to lift and exhale, pull yourself forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one. Take the left hand to the right foot, to the ankle, And use the right arm to reach up like we did before, but now we can pull with the bottom arm a little bit on the ankle. Release. Right hand to the left ankle. Reach the left arm up. Exhale, lower. Hands down, pivot the toes out to the side. Mulasana. Again, hands to the heart. Let the hips sink down. Hands down, draw the knees high. Give yourself a moment to fly in a crow. Tap the toes. Tap the toes to the mat. Tap the toes above. One more. If you want, you can transition from here to Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg high. Knee to the chest, round it in. Can you touch the knee to the nose? Right leg high. Step it through. High lunge. Both arms lift. Right arm back, left arm forward. Stay here or reverse it. Right hand to the thigh, left arm over the head. Windle it up. Reach the arms forward, lean the chest forward on the inside of the right thigh. Windle it up and open, warrior two. Extended side angle, right arm down, left arm over the head, this time immediately. Both hands down, lizard pose. Keep the hands flat down, reach the chest down, stay for a moment, keep the elbows bent in. Push it up and back, three-legged high plank. Left knee down, right leg high, dip the chest. Upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Other side, left leg high. Knee to the chest, keep pushing the floor away. Left leg high. Step it through, high lunge. Guide the arms up. Left hand back, right arm forward, open arm twist. Or revolve. High lunge, reach the right arm up. Gaze over the left shoulder. Neutral spine, hands forward, guide the chest down. Hold, use the stabilization of your hip. Windle it open, warrior two. Extended side angle to the left. Windle the hands down on the inside, lizard. Open chest. Keep pushing into the back foot before you dip the chest. Nice flat spine. Another breath. Push it up. Left leg stays up. Three-legged high plank. Right knee down. Chest dips. Reach the left leg high. Step it forward into upward facing dog. Exhale, down, down. Step or jump back to Mulasana frog. Reach the arms up. Hands forward, hips high. Hands down, try to find the knees to the back of the triceps, crow. Place the feet down, Mulasana. Reach the arms up. Hands forward, hips up. Hands down, knees high, touch the feet. All the way back. Mulasana, hands to the heart. Elbows on the inside, close your eyes. I feel like if we don't overthink so much and just go with the flow, there can be lightness and you might be surprised what your body can actually do. Take the back of the hand together, roll out your wrists. Make a giving motion from the heart. Reverse it, pull in whatever you need. Hands down, pivot the feet parallel, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. This time hold behind the calves. You can use the hands. If you're very flexible, you might grab opposite elbows and even slide the hands down towards the feet. Flat spine. Make sure the weight is evenly distributed in your whole foot, or even more towards the front of the foot. Halfway lift, hands down, step or jump back, high plank, full chaturanga. Inhale, backward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk the feet halfway into the mat, bend the knees, come all the way up to standing. So you can turn sideways on the mat, feet out 45, lower into goddess, reach the arms up. Bend into the right leg as much as your knee is happy, and into the left. Shimmy from right to left. Find back to the center, reach forward, hips back. See if you can still move here, right to left. Only as far as your body allows you to do. Hands down so you can straighten the knees and pivot them parallel. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Let the shoulders just wiggle from right to left. Take your left hand to your right ankle. Reach the right arm up. Use that to pull and twist. Exhale, lower right hand to the left. Left arm up. Exhale, release. Show you this one from the side. Some of you might know that exercise already. Halfway lift. Interlace the hands and try to bring the chest to the thigh by reaching the hands back towards the glutes. Also here, same that we did in standing. You lift and inhale, exhale to compress, to reach back. Inhale, elongate, exhale, compress. Last one. Hands back underneath the shoulders. Toes out, 45. Goddess, sit down, reach the arms up. Right elbow on the right thigh, reach the left arm over. You can even use this right elbow to push down to create that space that we tend to lean into. Switch side, left elbow down into the hip crease, right arm reaches up. Push and pull. So left arm is pushing, right arm is pulling. Bring it all the way in. Straighten out the legs. Pivot the feet. Parallel again. Hands to the hips. Reach up with the chest. Lean to the right. Gaze over the left shoulder. Gentle side bend stretch. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Gaze over the right shoulder. Very nice. Bring it back. Toes out to the side. Bring them a little bit more in so you can sit comfortable in your yogi squat. Right hand to the left ankle. So you can pull the right shoulder inside. Left arm reaches up. Can you gaze underneath your left armpit? We switch. Left hand to the right ankle. Right arm reaches up. Exhale, hands down. Let's try to come into crow one more time from here. Hands down, lift the knees high. Try to tap the toes. Lower it back down. Yogi squat. Place the feet down, high plank. If you need to turn on your mat, go ahead. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step or jump to the front, halfway lift. Sit over the heels, Utkatasana chair, squeeze the knees together, lift the arms up. Lower all the way down, Navasana. Take a seat, reach the legs to the front. Maybe straighten them out, open chest. If you kept them straight, keep them straight and just tap the feet down. If you're halfway bent, you can do the same. The waist just a little longer. Make sure the knees stay squeezed and you're not balancing by leaning the chest. Only the legs move up and down. Then lower onto the back. Knees stay over the hips. Reach the arms to the front. Lift the chest. Squeeze the whole core. Exhale, release. Cross the feet. Roll up. Place the feet down, hands next to the hip. Lift the hips up. You can use the feet slightly. Bring it back to Navasana. Squeeze the knees. Tap the feet down. For 3, 2, 1. Lower slowly with the core onto the belly, onto the back, and then lift the shoulders up. Cross the feet the other way, take a little momentum to lift back up. Hands next to the hips, lift for a breath. Exhale, lower, last round. Squeeze the knees, Navasana, straight or bent, tap the feet down. 3, 2, 1. Lower, one vertebra at a time. And then lift the shoulders away from the floor, reach forward with the arms. Cross the feet, go forward and back. Step or jump back. High plank, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Walk the feet halfway in. Turn sideways on your mat. Come one more time into your Malasana. Shift the weight to the left foot. You can use your hands, try to reach the right leg up. Then sit the right leg down for Skandasana. Reach the hands forward, try to reach the chest forward. Come back to center, hands down, try to bring the right foot into a squat. Other side, shift the weight to the right, reach the left leg out to the side, and then move it, Skandasana. Hips as low as you can, reach the arms forward, pull the chest towards the floor. Bring it back in, step the left foot in. Sit down on your glutes. Reach both legs out to the side. Make sure the knees stay up. Maybe you need to bend the knees. Feet pointed or flexed. Reach the arms up. Lower forward. How long can you keep the torso without touching the floor? Inhale, lift. 2 more. Lean forward, press into the feet and hips. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Bring yourself back up. Place the hands next to the hips. Use the right leg to lift, maybe just an inch. You can cheat by leaning back, but try to avoid that. Bring the right foot in and out 3 times. To the center, out. 1 more. Straddle forward, forward, maybe shimmy it out. Find a straight spine, push into the fingertips, lift the left leg, bring it to center, out to the side. 2 more, you got this. Very nice. Then stay in your straddle forward fold. Do you need to bend the knees or put a block under? Go ahead and do that for yourself. Interlace the hands or the forearms behind the back. Open the chest, reach the hands back. You can stay seated upright. If you have a little bit more room to work, you can lean forward, maybe full expression, bringing the chest down, lifting the hands high. Ideally, you want to be able to lift back up from here without using the hands. Guide the hands to the knees, guide the feet together. Take the outside of the feet and use the hands on the feet to pull the chest towards the feet. You can take the elbows in front of the shin. Exhale, round the spine, let the head come down to the feet. One more time, lengthen, pull the chest through, shoulders move back. Exhale, lower and release. Halfway lift, move the feet out to the side. And actually, let's come back up into tabletop. And into your mulasana in the center of your mat. Lift the hips so much up that you can walk the hands behind. Let's stay on the fingertips for now, so you can really bring the knees to the shoulders. And just move up and down a few times to see when the hips lower, the weight gets kind of heavy on the back of the tricep. And how much can you straighten the legs and still keep the squeeze of the shoulders and the knees. You can keep doing that, or you can try to walk the feet a little closer so the hands can be directly behind the heels. Maybe you can sit down slightly. If you have blocks, take them underneath the hand. And then try to see if you can touch the toes together. Still, you want to be able to come back up from here. If you want to go for the last step, see if you can sit down and the hands are flat down, the elbows are bent like chaturanga. You can walk the feet together, kind of hook them, and maybe get a little float. If you want to work on your active flexibility, straighten out the legs as much as you can. Just move through. Be able to come back. Straighten out the arms and legs. And give yourself a forward fold. Placing the feet, the hands underneath the feet. The toes go all the way to the wrists. Halfway lift. Exhale, bend the elbows to the side. You can use your toes to kind of walk on your wrists. And release. Walk the hands to the front. Step the feet back. High plank, chaturanga if you like. Otherwise, we'll move in downward facing dog. Lower the knees down in one line with the hips. Walk the hands and the fingertips to the front. Let's do some cat-cow here. So move the chest down, pull the navel in. To allow the shoulders and the chest to soften again. And then stay with your forearms down, bend the hands behind the head so the triceps receives a stretch. Hands back out to the front, keep the forearms down, slide forward. So the shoulders are over the wrists, step the feet back, forearm plank. Lower the hips down, one vertebra at a time. Open the shoulders, reach the chest. Sphinx pose. Bring the left hand slightly in so you have a little better foundation. Right leg bends, reach the right hand back to the inside of the right leg. You can use the foot to open the chest. Or you can even try to bring the foot and the elbow crease, to bring the toe closer to the glute. Maybe gaze over the right shoulder. Release. Right elbow down, hand slightly turned inward. Reach the left hand back, catch the inside of the foot. Rotate the chest back to the front. If you want to go deeper, slide the foot into the elbow crease. Lower the foot back down, all the way down to the belly. Release yourself for a moment here. Interlace the hands behind the back. Straighten the arms. Lift the chest and the head up. Rotate the shoulders back and you remove the hand. Maybe lift from the core a little higher. Maybe lift the feet. Keep breathing here. Exhale, lower. Wiggle out the hips. Everything that you need to release the tension in the lower back. Place the hands underneath the shoulders so you can shift the hips up. I'll recommend you turning sideways on the mat just because you have a better support underneath the knees. You can see how wide you want to bring the knees apart, but ideally you want to keep the heels in one line with the knees, so it shouldn't be out or in. And then you can come on the hands or forearms and just move the hips forward and back to loosen up the inner groin. Then when you feel the hips are in one line with the knees, you can just stay here and rest. If you want to integrate a chest elongation here as well, you could come into a Sphinx pose in the hand or even into a cobra. I would suggest you to keep the elbows bent, to keep working the shoulders back and down, lifting the front side of the body, maybe gazing towards the ceiling. Take another deep breath here. I know this can get intense. Exhale, lower the chest down. Take the hands as a support to guide the knees together. And bring yourself back up. Get the knees all the way together so you can move the feet out to the front. Keep the feet hip-width apart. We'll get the movement from the heels. So really press the heels down. You can take the hands for support and try to roll your feet out. By digging the heel into the mat, the movement should go through the knee all the way into the hip joint. That we used quite a bit in these straddle variations. Change direction if you haven't done it yet. And find an upright seated position. You can guide the feet together. Reach the arms up. Guide the chest forward. Try to imagine you want to lift the belly button in and up. Exhale, lower. Let's take another breath. Inhale, lift, extend. Exhale, lower. Where do you land? Let the back of the body be long. Let the mind rest from all the crazy moves for a bit. Just feeling safe in that pose that you know. No unexpected things to try. Just being here. Roll the spine up into a seat. Right foot comes into the height of the knee. Take both hands underneath the kneecap so you can guide the chest towards the right thigh by really pulling yourself close to the right thigh. And then do the opposite. Round the spine, increase the space. Find somewhere in between where the spine is upright. You can take the left hand to the knee, reach the right arm back, or you can hook the elbow into the elbow crease or outside. Right shoulder rotates back. Gaze over the right shoulder, pull the navel in. Inhale, come back to the front. Let the right knee just come out to the side. The foot can stay on the height of the knee or lift it a little higher. Hands next to you and lift the knee up and down a few times. And then maybe you can arrive where the knee can move close to the mat, reach the arms up. Exhale, Titibasana, forward fold. Reach up with the torso, bring the chest up. Bring the right knee up and maybe without the hand, straighten out the right leg. Left foot bends on the height of the knee, hands underneath the kneecap, reach the chest up towards the knee. Over-exaggerate the opening of the spine. Exhale, be a lazy person with a round spine. And then halfway, the comfort of your own pose. Go into Marichyasana, twist your variation, left hand or elbow, rotate the left shoulder back. Gaze over the back. Can you breathe yourself deeper into the twist? Exhale, release. All the way back to the front. Open the knee out to the sides. Do you need to adjust the position of the foot or it feels fine? Hands next to you, lift the knee up and down a few times. Stay with the knee down, lift the arms up. Lower Titibasana towards the right leg. Roll yourself back up. Can you lift the left knee without the hands straight back to the front? Bend the knees so it's easier for you to roll from the core all the way down onto the back. Lift the arms overhead, push the hips up so the knees and the hips are in one straight line. Reach the right leg to the front, maybe the heel is down, or you can lift the right leg in one line with the left knee. Step it in. Left heel to the front. Can you lift from here? Exhale, lower. One vertebra at a time. Let the knees come into one another. Walk the feet so close that you can hold the hands to the front of the shins. See if you can lift the hips and walk the shoulders under. If this is too much, do the supported shoulder bridge with the hands interlacing. But I really like this version to open the front side of the body, bring chin to the chest. Exhale, lower. Bring the knees into the chest. Rock the spine right to left. Reach the legs up. You might stay here, use the hands to lift the legs over the head and back. Maybe placing the hands on the back, the lower back, lifting one leg at a time. Taking a moment to let the energy reverse its direction. Bringing the knees to the forehead, maybe straightening out the legs, maybe guiding the knees next to the ears. Take the hands as a support to roll one vertebra at a time, all the way down to the mat. Keep the knees bent underneath the knees. Rock the knees from right to left for a few times to massage the outer glute. Bring the left heel above the right knee and then let the knees go to the right. To the left, excuse me, gaze to the right. Reverse, bring it back up. Right ankle across the left knee. Knees to the right, gaze to the left. Bring it back in. Bend both knees in. Catch the outer edge of the feet. Pull the knees down. Lift the heart. Exhale, lower the chest. Wiggle right to left. Straighten out the legs, one leg at a time if you like. Be the happiest baby you can imagine. And drawing the knees to the chest. Squeeze everything in. Take a deep inhalation. And use the exhale to let go completely in your final resting pose, Shavasana. Palms facing up. Legs are met width apart. Open yourself up to that space that's unfolding by itself. Open yourself to receive this present moment without clinging to the past, without predicting the future. And I know that's hard, and it's a constant practice. Let the body rest fully on your mat. Let the heart soften. As we remove the pressure from ourselves. Let the soul fly free. So it can show you the way the adventure goes. Be Be open for the unexpected. The magic that shines through if you let yourself be fully as you are, raw and vulnerable. Yogas chitta vritti nirodha. Let the practice of yoga free you from the drama of the mind. Let your breath take you into the present moment to be fully alive. Let your heart speak through the words and actions to share deep connection. Let the practice of yoga guide you to experience your true self, raw, unfiltered, and authentic. Take as much time as you need to wake up from the Shavasana. If you enjoy the silence, just stay a little longer, resting, listen. To close the practice, you may deepen your breath. May create gentle movements. You may give yourself a big morning stretch. Saying hello to your own magic. And then roll into a fetal position. Using the arms as a pillow, drawing the knees into the chest. Thank yourself. Thank your practice. Thank your heart for showing you the way. Then come up into a seat. Resting the hands in front of the heart. Let the intention guide you. Let's chant Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti together. Inhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Guide your hands to your third eye center, your seat of intuition, to your lips for speaking your truth, and back to your heart. May you always be guided by your heart. Namaste.